dutiful, devoted corporate cog to an entrepreneur in charge of everything yourself can be daunting, to say the least. And the number one question I hear is, am I doing this right? Is this right? And students, clients come to me with that question, wanting confirmation that they're doing something the correct way before they even put it out into the wild. And what we learn very quickly is the market will tell us if it's right. And it's not about being right or wrong. It's what's effective and what's not effective in the marketplace to get you the results and to help your audience and your clients. So today we're talking about the client attraction equation, what that looks like in your business. I could do a big old whiteboard, make it look like math, but I know that that breaks some people's brains. So I'm not going to make it that tough for you. I do that in the course that talks about this, which I'll talk to it about the end, because I can help you if you're struggling with this. And, almost a decade of my own business online after 2 decades in corporate, I get it. That was me. I was that girl. I wanted to know that I was doing it right. I wanted that gold star. I wanted that sticker and that check mark before I put my first Facebook ad out in the world, before I published my first blog post. My gosh, my first blog post probably took me 3 days. And my first WordPress website took me like a month to build. And so it's not that hard if we allow it to be easy. We've spent so much of our lives being told things are hard and having it made harder for us, especially women who have a corporate career and achieve great things or high levels in the corporate world. We probably did have to work really hard. I always think of the quote about Ginger Rogers, how she did everything backwards and in high heels that Fred Astaire did. So it is true. Like, we do have to work harder. And I think we still do in some respects in the online world, because it is still very male dominated, depending on what little pockets you're in. Overall, there are a lot more male marketers on the internet than female. So whether you are a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. Whether you don't identify as either of those, it doesn't matter. We're all human, and we have to make human connections to do business and get people to trust us. No matter what hacks or shortcuts or anything you learn, you were talking about building relationships. Know, like, and trust still matter. Now, there are things we can do to shorten the trust arc and get people to want to do business with us. And we still have to be human when we're doing that. So that's what we're unpacking today. And if you are new here, welcome. I am Penny Kelly with Marketing Profit School. And I founded this program, this website, back in 2014. I have been helping other entrepreneurs grow their business. Some people just getting started, some people looking to scale beyond 20, 30, 50K months. It just depends on where you are in your journey as to what you need help with. So my superpowers are optimization and strategy and high ticket sales. So that's what I talk about a lot, but I also talk about how you have to get started before you can scale. You have to get traction first. So we're talking about that today. So let's talk about the elements of client attraction. And element number 1 is knowing your audience. One of my very early mentors, TJ Irway, used to say it was commandment number 1 of business and marketing is know thy audience. And this is true. It is 100% true. So this means that you don't put things out there that you think they want and need, the problems you think they have, or you think they need your help solving. You put content out there and you solve problems that the market tells you needs to be solved. So you have to do research to make this work. That's the bottom line. Do your market research. Go into forums, go on Google, go in, Reddit, or ask the people, I think is one of those. And so it's like you just find all the tools that you want to use, and I keep them bookmarked so I forget the names of things. But ask the questions that you think people are asking and see what responses you get. Type things into Google and see how it finishes. Go into Facebook groups where you know your audience is and see what the things are that they're saying they're frustrated about, or challenges, or they're just sick of, or whatever. Like, search for those things. Look for the pain points and look for the aspirations and the goals. And that's going to tell you what they need help with. It's not difficult, but it does take work and it takes time. That's the biggest thing. It takes time. So, once we learn what their challenges are and we learn the language they're using to talk about them. So you can't convert that into your insider language. You have to use their language, especially at top of funnel. Then we're going to do some things to help them solve problems and get easy wins. Maybe this is tactical, maybe this is strategic, maybe this is transformational, but it's a single step. It's not the entire transformation. It's a single step that is easy for you to solve and is meaningful to them. So that's how you want to think about it. That can be in your content. That might be a lead magnet, which we'll get to in a moment. But typically, top of funnel, we're talking ungated content that is just going to be free and out there in your videos, your blog posts, or whatever it is that you're doing, podcasts, whatever you're doing for free content out in the world. Doing free content consistently will help you attract an audience. And when you're doing paid ads, it's going to make your paid traffic work better when you have consistent organic content on the platforms. So this is just a fact. I've worked with a lot of clients who do no content and some clients who do consistent content. And you always get a lift when you have organic content on the platform. It helps your pricing. It helps, your cost at the end of the day and all that. So then you want to invite them into your world. Think about you're a fiction writer and you're creating this world for them, right? You invite them in to get on your email list, to get a lead magnet that's going to solve a specific problem. You're going to have a very specific series to follow up on that particular thing that you invited them in for. You're going to deliver on your promise. Then you're going to nurture them and let them know what it is like to be in your world and what to expect from you. Then you're going to actually deliver what you tell them you were going to deliver, right? You're going to do what you said you were going to do. That's it. And nurture and help them. Then you make offers. You see if they want to raise their hand. So, Seth Godin has been talking about permission marketing for 2 decades. And the rest of us do it sometimes and do that more forced, traditional, direct response that can be a little manipulative sometimes. So I want you to think about how you can implement the best elements of direct response while still having a softer touch, being more human, really building relationships with people. And, I've mentioned in other videos, Dean Jackson saying that like 85% of buyers buy after the first 90 days. So it is imperative that you're building that relationship and you're staying in touch with the people that come onto your list and into your world. Being in someone's inbox is a privilege. And getting the emails opened and read and maybe sometimes clicked on is an even bigger privilege. So thank them for that honor. Appreciate that they want to read your content and give them things worth reading and watching and listening to. Give them content that's actually going to help them. Now, you have to make offers. You're not going to sell anything if you don't make offers. You can make offers in every email. You can make offers once a week, once a month, whatever works for you. Figure out what your promotional calendar needs to look like and live up to it and make offers. And then when you're making those offers, if you're, 2 to 5%, maybe it's a crazy, crazy deal at Black Friday and it's like 10% of people take it or whatever. The rest of those 90, 95% of people, you're going to keep cultivating and nurturing that relationship until they're ready to buy or just to serve them because they give you the honor of opening and reading your emails and watching your content. So that's it. It's really not that complicated. It works. I've seen it work 1,000 times. It takes you doing the work, having a little patience, building genuine connections, showing that you actually care about them succeeding in whatever it is you're teaching them to do, and just creating a system that you can follow and be consistent with until you get the results. How long that takes is typically somewhere between 3 and 6 months to start seeing any kind of results. Every now and then you get a little pop and it's like, woo, yay, I had a 50K month all of a sudden. But typically it takes 3 to 6 months to, get the trickle and then to start seeing momentum in that first year, maybe. And you're looking at about a 2 to 3 year arc to have consistent, like multiple 5-figure months if you're consistently sticking with your plan. And if you have a really high ticket offer, that can get shortened a little bit because you're, bringing in 20K clients is different than bringing in $500 clients, right? So you have to decide what you want your business to look like. And it depends on what you want your business to look like, because that depends on what you want your life to look like. Are you a full-time worker in your business? Are you a business owner and other people are fulfilling? Do you have mostly digital courses that don't take much of your time? You put all the work in up front creating them? Depends on what you want. Doing services, doing consulting, doing coaching, still doing one-on-one, doing group. There's a lot of ways you can slice and dice it. So that is the training for today. I do have a course that I am in the middle of updating right now. That was one I offered a few years ago. And it is called Social Profit Formula, that teaches you like kind of this model of content, bringing people into your world, building a relationship, making offers, creating an offer, testing it, and then continuing to put it out into the marketplace until you refine it and can kind of put it on autopilot if that's what you want to do, or if it's like a group coaching thing or whatever, you have times during the year that you launch it. So you can comment wherever you're seeing this video or send me a DM on Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, and I will get back to you. Or you can email us at hello@Marketing Profit School, and I can get you the information about that program. I don't think it's up on the courses page on Kajabi right now because it is being updated, but I'm happy to share that information, and I'll be ready to go again in the next week, I think. So anyway, I hope that this has been helpful. You know your audience, do the research, use their language, not yours. Help them solve problems, give them an easy win, one small problem solved or one small transformation. Invite them into your world, nurture, follow up, help them make offers, and continue to cultivate that relationship. Pretty simple, right? All right, have an amazing day, and I will see you next week here. Bye now.